Part of our Soma culture is that we believe that we hear from God.
There's a step in which I learn that God talks to me. There's a whole nother step that says that God talks to you, and that I have the ability to accept that. And then, of course, John has the ability to speak it and share it. Good morning, afternoon, wherever you are. We're outside on this session, and we're probably going to do more of these outside. In the introduction to Tempus Divum, I mentioned that our internal practice in the shop includes certainly the teaching, discipleship stuff, but it always comes out of a culture and a practice of rest. And by rest, I mean a lot of things. For one thing, I'm going to be using the word Sabbath here a little bit, but I don't want that to be like a religious word. What I mean at its heart is just a rhythm of work and rest and deliberately putting aside the things of our day-to-day, especially how we rush. And I think especially in gaming, sort of the crunch culture and all that. And so I don't mean something all religious-y and black hats. I just mean that rhythm of life. Last week, John and I and our wives and Jason, we all came back from a retreat up in Colorado, and it was very much on this topic, specifically about how our souls get fragmented.
Yeah.
Especially in this current world, there's so much that just argues for our attention every minute. And it's flash, 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 bang, 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 sooner, sooner, sooner. Everything is about fragmenting our souls and what it does to us.
Yeah. And you get disconnected from the real. It was funny, John Eldridge, who was the main speaker at the conference, I think there was a conference. The thing. He talks about during his day, he walks outside and gets a twig and a rock to carry. Something real.
Something real.
God's creation, not fake, not screens, not, manufactured. And it just helps ground him into what's, into life. And so I love that piece. That's why we moved out here instead of in a studio or in the house or whatever to film in the woods. So
we're going to share a couple things with you today. First, I want to share with you a real simple idea and a real simple practice. It's called the 1 minute pause. There's actually an app that helps you do this, just like a lot of the other apps. It brings up a reminder on your mobile device, like time to pause. And at the lowest level, it's as simple as that. It's 60 seconds of letting it go, of just letting the world go, let it pass. Don't get yourself wrapped up around the axle. But they've done a cool job. They've made it all kind of gamified. So as you do the 1 minute pause, then it unlocks the 3 minute pause and the 5 minute pause.
I'm ahead of you, by the way.
You're totally ahead of me.
Like by an hour.
Which means it's working, right? The gamification is working. So we'll actually show you a live version of the 1 minute pause. So with that, I think we're gonna let you play that, and then we'll come back on the backside and talk more.